Welcome back to the Patrick Carr Show. As always, very happy that you decided to join us for another monologue here. I'm Patrick Carr, I'm your host, and these are just really an episode for the next 12 minutes or so, where hopefully I'm going to try to bring some insight and some value into your life. We do these episodes for that purpose only. So if you like them, we don't have any sponsors. There's nothing we get out of this. Just simply like it, drop us a comment, or subscribe to the channel. Let's jump into what we're talking about today, which is the fact that all of us, every single one of us, are running out of time. If you're on your way to work or sitting in your kitchen right now, or maybe you just got finished with your day, whatever, you're on the weekend. I think that we oftentimes think that our dreams, we have time to achieve them. That, maybe not today, but tomorrow we're going to start that journey. Tomorrow we'll start the book that we're supposed to write. We're going to spend more time with our kids. We're going to start that company that we always said we were going to. Take the trip that we said we were going to take. But tomorrow is not guaranteed to us, and every moment, in fact, is fleeting. I tell you this from experience. There are things in my life that I surely regret. And if you want to understand how fleeting time is and how powerful regret is, I suggest going to a nursing home or speaking to somebody who's elderly, maybe somebody who's lost someone in their life, and how fleeting those moments were with that person, how much they wish they would have done the thing that you believe you have till tomorrow to do. I don't want to be bleak about this subject, but I want everyone to wake up. And if you're about to turn this episode off, that's fine, but wake up to the fact that your time is limited. We all, when we were born, had an hourglass that was turned over, and we don't know how much sand is left at the very top. And so the best that I can figure it out is that if you want to go after something, if you want to achieve something, if you want to live with less regret, then one of the quickest ways to do it is to discover that nothing is guaranteed to you tomorrow, not a moment, not next year. And so go after and do the thing that's going to bring the most meaning to your life today. If you've been putting off that trip, darn, go take the trip. If you've been saying you're going to start something, then go start it. I tell you, if I told you that you were guaranteed success at whatever it is that you wanted to do, if I told you you're guaranteed it, you want to become you want to become a world-renowned speaker. You want to be the number one speaker in all the world by USA Today. By the way, this is something I want. So Ed Milet, I know you got that title right now. But if you wanted to be that individual, all right, and I told you 1 year from now, you're guaranteed success, but all you have to do is put in an immense amount of work, take a lot of risk, do everything in the next year, and you are guaranteed to be at that spot next year. Would you do it? Whatever your dream is? Maybe it's, you have a happy marriage. Wouldn't you do those things that would make you have a happy marriage? If I guaranteed you that it was going to be successful, what stops you? What stops you from taking action today on that book or that song that you want to write? Well, if you were guaranteed success, you already told me you would do it. So it's a fear. It's a fear of failure. It's a fear that you're not going to feel good about yourself, or maybe you're not going to be worthy if you don't achieve that goal. But maybe look at it another way. That goal should scare you. Whatever it is that you want to go after in life, it should scare you. And the worst thing that you can do is think that you have until tomorrow to go after it. You don't. Every moment that we have is gone forever. So today I would tell you this, is to do something today that makes you uncomfortable. Even if it's not going after a dream, do something today that, darn it, makes you uncomfortable. I use this example with my team of Grand Theft Auto. If you go through Grand Theft Auto, you can play level number 1 for hours, just running around and taking people out of cars and crashing cars into other cars and just causing absolute mayhem, can't you? And it's fun. You can do that. And there's something to be said for having a little fun doing that, right? Or you can go up and you can talk to somebody. You can get a mission. And with that mission, you can go do something, and then you can move to a higher level where you'll have a bigger mission in life. And you'll go up and talk to some person, and you'll be able to get that mission. And what you do in the game completely changes by who you're willing to talk to. So maybe get uncomfortable today and go get a mission in life. Go talk to someone you normally wouldn't. Say hello to somebody and care about what they say back. Ask them how they're doing and care about their response. And so what does that have to do with your running out of time? It's because it's uncomfortable. We don't want to go talk to other people, don't we? Want to break out of our routine, do we today? Of course not. We want to keep on doing what we're comfortable with doing. So today I want you to step out and I want you to do something that's uncomfortable. I want you to start writing that book. I want you to start writing that song. I want you to have that meeting with the person that you've been putting off having the meeting with. I want you to sit down with your spouse and tell them you're sorry because you've been meaning to for the past 6 months and it's been bothering you. And once you realize that time is finite, then what you want to do is you want to do everything within your power to live the most meaningful life you can with people around you that believe in you and love you. And the best way that you can do that is by becoming the best person that you can be, chasing a purpose in life that's actually worth chasing, loving people and loving yourself. And once you realize that time is limited, you will do more of that. Well, Patrick, I'll tell you what, it's not going to help me. I don't think that by going up and having a conversation or by being uncomfortable, I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, but what you're doing right now ain't working either. I would tell you that. And I've used this word uncertainty. Uncertainty. There's a lot of it when you're in your life and you realize, hey, I've got all this time. You're uncertain about where to go, what to do. It's okay, I'm going to go through it tomorrow. I'll get to it, and you don't. It's just a life of complete uncertainty is what it is. But when you get certain, when you realize that time is finite, you will get certain about your decisions. And ask that person who's living with regret, what they did is they lived in uncertainty all the time. So what you need to do is say, I'm going to do something today, which leads me to the next point, is not to put off the things to tomorrow, what you can do today. Stop putting things off. If you need to have that conversation, have it. If you need to write that paper, do it now. Just because the paper is not due for 2 weeks doesn't mean you don't have to write it in a week and 6 days. Do what you can do now today. Stop putting things off for instant gratification. For instant pleasure, I should say. Stop putting things off and saying, well, right now I deserve something. I deserve my 4 hours to play video games. I deserve my hours to watch pornography. I deserve my time to go drinking. Whatever it is that you feel like you deserve, and it's causing you to put off something that is meaningful, when you realize that you don't have tomorrow, you won't put it off. You'll do today what you're capable of doing. You'll bear your cross that you can bear. And for some of you, it's not going to be very much. For some of you, it's simply getting out of bed at the time you tell yourself you're supposed to get out of bed. But imagine if you had a day filled with complete certainty, with an understanding that you have a finite amount of time left in this world, and you're going to live a life that is fulfilling to the absolute edge. You're going to do something today that you say, man, I'm proud of. And you're going to be proud of yourself. What kind of life would that be for you? How much more meaningful would it be? How much more happy and joyful would you be in your life today? If you just said, there's limited time left and I don't know how much time. I bet there's things you could do right now. You should schedule your day like you're somebody important because of that. Now, a lot of times when I was just beginning this company, I would just kind of let the day come to me. That's not what somebody important would do. If your time is valuable, what are you going to do in your day? Plan your day. Plan it like you're somebody that is important. And if you don't feel like you're important, how do you think somebody that is important plans their day? Use some common sense. They would block time, wouldn't they? They would take time to be better themselves. They would take time for the people that they love. They would take time to pursue a goal. Everything they do would have purpose in their day, wouldn't it? And maybe you're saying, well, I don't have anybody right now, Patrick, that I can meet with, or I don't have meetings that fill up my calendar like somebody important. Okay, well, what if you block that time to read? What if you block that time to learn a skill? What if you block that time to be with your kids and then you actually did it? What you become when you actually start to block your time and schedule your day accordingly is you look at yourself as somebody that's important. And when you look at yourself as somebody important, you believe that you deserve more. And when you believe that you deserve more, you move with urgency more because you deserve things out of life. And when you move with urgency, there are less regrets because you're doing more in your day than somebody else. That's where you begin to look at time as finite. And the final point I want to make to you is this: because you are running out of time, I encourage you to become your own boss in your head. You know, there are two wolves that are inside. And there's one that is powerful. There's one that's going to be a doer, an action. And there's always that bitch wolf that's on the other shoulder. Don't do that. Come on. That's too much. People are going to say something about you if you do this. you're going to look stupid and funny. That's that other wolf. The other wolf is going to tell you, do it. Chase your dream. Go after it. Become powerful. Remember who you are. And there's two wolves. And you can feed either one of them. If you feed that bitch one, it's going to become big and it's going to become strong. And that voice in your head is going to dominate who you are. But if you feed that other wolf, the one that's action and decisive, that becomes the powerful voice in your head. And you've got to feed that one today. When you realize that time is so finite and you have such a limited amount of time left, you don't want to feed that thing. You want to go, hey, listen, I'm going to do something today that is meaningful. And that wolf right there, as you feed them more, you become more sure of yourself. You become someone that is important because it's how you feel internally about yourself and how you view yourself within this world. And so that's how I challenge you today. Feed that wolf, that one that is going to take action now, that doesn't procrastinate. Because as soon as you do, you're going to look at yourself as somebody that is worth it. And I think that so many of us need to remember that time is finite. We are worth it. And I think that's a damn good place to be at to start our day. So I want to tell you that. Go out there, tackle it, do something today, do it with urgency because, again, you are running out of time right now, folks. And I don't want you to be that individual in some nursing home, 75 years old, whatever it might be. I don't want you to be that guy next week who didn't say hi to the girl when you should have. Go up and say hi to her. If you get turned down, I promise you there'll be another one, all right? Hey, listen, this is the Patrick Carr Show. We appreciate you stopping by and listening to the episode. Hope you got something out of it. As always, trying to bring some meaning to your life. If you did, drop a comment below. Of course, subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it each and every time. We do this because we want to bring value to your life. My name's Patrick Carr. I'll see you next time.